I'm saying this very openly and clearly. If I'm targeted, um, the Iranians, I mean, there are others too, but some of the Iranians that I follow, you can contact them and invite them for your show, others for media. Uh, I will send you a list after this show, and I'll send it to other friends too. So there's no way that they're going to silence us. They can take away our accounts, they can kill us, but we won't be silenced.
No. Professor Marandi, when do you think that there were still, I think one of the preconditions for negotiations, preconditions for the second round of negotiation, if that happens, we don't know, as you've mentioned, it's going to be the putting an end to the blockade of the United States. Is that one of the preconditions? And what else do we have as preconditions, if there is some sort of preconditions informed to the United States?
Yes, I think it would. I mean, I haven't been in any meetings. I've only had phone calls with people who are involved and who are who are on the delegation, who are members of the delegation last time round, the people who asked me to travel with them. And my understanding is that it would be the blockade and the ships that were damaged or hijacked. So maybe there are other conditions as well. I don't know. It's like no one should take anything that I say for as the final word, but that is my understanding. But the reason it's clear why the Iranians are not planning to go, and anything that you see from Reuters or these other outlets or this Iran International Israeli channel, these are just for psychological warfare.
Yeah, and the second part would be, Professor Marandi, which were the basics, which were the main points during the first round of negotiation. One of them is the Strait of Hormuz, and the second one is the enrichment of uranium or Iranian soil. And what is the case of the Strait of Hormuz so far? Was there any sort of messages coming from the United States? We know that they asked you to be part of they wanted to benefit from the Strait of Hormuz, which was rejected by Iranian part. How things are considering the Strait of Hormuz?
I'm not, as you know, I'm not a part of the negotiations, so I know bits and pieces, but I don't know the details. But the status of the Strait of Hormuz has changed permanently. The Iranians are not going to negotiate that. The only country that the Iranians are going to cooperate with regarding the status is Oman, and everyone else is going to have to accept the new status quo. Whether the Americans launch an attack tonight and wage a 6-month war, or 1-month war, 2-week war, or 2-year war, the status has changed for good, and that's just something that will have to be accepted by the regimes in the Persian Gulf if they continue to exist. Because if Trump launches this war and Iran is forced to do to them what they and their American overlords want to do to us, then these countries will cease to exist for the most part, especially the smaller ones, and probably all of them, at least in this current form. So, but in any case, whoever is in power in any area in the Persian Gulf region, they will have to deal with Iran as the entity in charge of the Strait of Hormuz. It's legally valid. It's not illegal, contrary to some of the claims made by Western pundits. And Western pundits should be more worried about the war that they supported against Iran, and that their regimes have engaged against Iran, and the thousands of people that they've murdered, instead of worrying about Iran's control over the Strait of Hormuz.